Stop putting a soft clipper on the master channel. I know everyone does it, but there's actually some drawbacks when you do it. In this video, I'll show you 5 ways to make your drums hit hard. Number 5 is my personal favorite because it also makes your beats very loud. So let's start right away with number 1, and that's the soft clipper on the master channel. For this example, I'm gonna use a beat using the Spins 808 because you can clearly hear the distortion when you raise its volume. So you boosted the gain of your Spins 808 and you also raise its velocity. The issue with putting your soft clipper on the master channel is that it distorts everything else in the beat. So let's say if I have a nice piano melody like this one and I add the drums, you can hear that the instrument gets distorted because of the 808. And the more instruments you add, the more distortion you're gonna get. It might sound very hard, like if the speakers are blown out, but it's definitely messing up the quality of the instruments and of the beat overall. The only time I use a soft clipper on the master is when I want the instruments to be distorted as well. So let's say if I copy the pattern of the 808 and I paste it to another instrument track, now you have this piano playing the same melody as the 808. Listen to them together. In this case, I like how it sounds. The notes are the same, so it creates a nice harmonic distortion. Number 2 is putting a soft clipper on your 808 track. I see a lot of people doing this, so let's add it on the track. So now the soft clipper is only on the 808. Let me play with the threshold a bit. It definitely distorts the 808 only. What happens if I put the volume up? It's a bit better than the soft clipper on the master because it doesn't affect the other instruments or sounds. It does make your drums harder, but I would much rather put a distortion plugin on the channel directly. And that's exactly what we're gonna do for number 3, adding a distortion plugin on the 808 channel. So we're gonna add the Fruity Blood Overdrive. And right away you can tell the difference. The 808 hits way harder. You don't wanna go too crazy. Around here is perfect. There's a bunch of distortion plugins out there, so you just need to test them out and see which one you like. Number 4 is adding a Harmonic Exciter on the drum bus. To create a drum bus, you need to select all your drums pressing Command and drag. Find another track, right click here, and route to this track only. So now all of your drums are routed here. I'm gonna open up Ozone 10, and in here you have an exciter, which basically adds harmonic distortion to your signal. You can actually separate the frequencies and listen to them. So if I wanna add something on the bass only, I can add a bit of tube saturation, and then on the high frequencies I can add something else like maybe tape, and together it's gonna make your drums sound louder and more present. Alright, so number 5, this is my personal favorite and I use this on all of my beats, is adding a soft clipper on the drum bus. We already created a drum bus. Next, we're gonna add the Fruity soft clipper on there. The reason why I do this is because I want the 808 to distort the hi-hats, the crash, the snare sometimes, but I don't want it to distort the other instruments. So I create an instrument bus too. I route it to another track. Another thing that I need to do before the final touch is to grab both tracks and put them down -5 dB because I don't want them to distort the master channel. Now if I go in the master channel, I can see that they're at like -3 dB. I love the fact that the instruments stay clean. The only thing though is that you need to master the track. I choose to master my beats with Lander. They really make your beats sound loud. If you don't have Lander or mastering service, I would definitely recommend adding a limiter to your master track and then raise the gain until you like it. Because a limiter doesn't distort the signal like a soft clipper, it just compresses the sound so everything stays clean. Before I play my beat fully mastered using Lander so you can hear the difference, just want to let you guys know about something because I know a lot of you don't put anything on the master channel and you export it and it just sounds hard, but when you don't put anything on the master channel, it's the same as if you put a soft clipper with the threshold all the way up. So basically it becomes a hard clipper and that's why it sounds distorted when you export it as a WAV file. Alright, so this is the beat using Lander. As you can see, it's hitting 0 dB. and it just sounds so loud. I love using lander. Guys, if you want to watch another video like this, just press right here.